What if I told you that the more information you consume, the less you actually know about the world? What if your pursuit of the truth is actually a sophisticated way of hiding from it? We like to think of our minds as windows looking out at reality, but for most of us, our minds have become mirrors only showing us the reflection of what we already believe. This is the echo chamber effect, and it's turning your private biases into public prophecies. Think of your mind as a garden. It's fertile and ready for ideas, but you are a selective gardener. Confirmation bias acts as your shears, pruning away any seed of information that doesn't fit your existing landscape. We seek out evidence that reinforces us and avoid challenges that cause cognitive dissonance, that sharp, mental stinging we feel when we find out we might be wrong. This creates an echo chamber, a psychological space where your beliefs are echoed back to you, amplified by social structures and digital algorithms. In here, dissenting voices aren't just absent, they're framed as the enemy. You're not just missing the truth, you're being trained to distrust it. Why do we do this? Because humans are wired for belonging. Social identity theory tells us that we define ourselves by our groups. To stay in the in-group, we conform. We overestimate how many people agree with us, a trick called the false consensus effect, which makes our niche views feel like the mainstream. In 2025, researchers found that these agitation bubbles actually drive tribalism. The more similar your circle is, the more likely you are to share divisive, unreliable news just to prove your loyalty. Every click, for every like, the divide grows deeper. But here is where it gets dangerous. Your beliefs don't just stay in your head, they become prophecies. Sociologist Robert Merton showed that a false belief can lead to new behaviors that make the belief come true. If a manager expects you to fail, the Golem effect, they'll give you less feedback and fewer chances to succeed. You internalize that doubt, work less, and eventually, you fail. The manager's bias is confirmed. It works both ways. High expectations, the Pygmalion effect, can unlock potential that wasn't even there before. Our expectations create the very reality we claim to be observing. How do we stop the loop? It starts with thinking about thinking. When you feel that surge of outrage online, pause. Name the emotion. I feel angry because my belief is being challenged. Use the assumption challenge. Ask yourself, what evidence would it take for me to change my mind? Breaking the echo isn't about finding a magic bullet of truth. It's about building the muscle of self-awareness. It is about being brave enough to listen to the voices you've been taught to ignore. The walls of your echo chamber feel safe, but they are also a prison. Your expectations are the blueprint of your future. So ask yourself, is the world really as simple as your feed says it is? Or are you just hearing your own voice, echoed back to you? Break the loop. Look out the window.